All right, ladies and gentlemen, we all know there's Russian disinformation and the actual mission of affecting this upcoming election. The Republicans like to call it the another Russia, 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 and all that other stuff. The bottom line is, all right, this is real. This indictment goes into very big detail on who paid who, when, the different dates, and everything else. There are shell companies all over this world involved in this, and these companies that hold these shell organizations that make the payments to the content creators and supply them with the misinformation to reproduce goes all the way from Fox Television to Elon Musk and Twitter itself. Also, Benny Johnson, Tim Pool, Dave Rubin, who works for the Daily Wire, and all these other misinformation companies, Sinclair, Rupert Murdoch's companies. This is deep, and this will continue pumping out indictments. Now, if you remember correctly, when Elon Musk went to purchase Twitter, there was that hesitation. He was going to buy it, and then all of a sudden he pulled back and he wasn't going to buy it. It wasn't worth him for him to put his money into. It has been recently discovered that a big chunk of that money and why he went back at it and ended up purchasing it is because a big chunk of the money came from Russian oligarchs tied directly to Vladimir Putin. Once he did that, his account and his main channel accounts had the fact check application taken off of it. So his accounts and certain chosen accounts aren't fact checked. Sound familiar? But the reason he supposedly bought it is to lighten up on the fact checking and lighten up and expand the freedom of speech and blah, 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 blah. And then you've got the Elon Musk with the $25 million a month claim that Trump came out and said he was giving him $25 million a month. Elon Musk said, no, I wasn't. And then all of a sudden they're buddies again. And then, all right, I'm giving him money every month. Then they don't like each other. And then all of a sudden it's buddy-buddy and a bromance on Twitter with a really, really strange interview. All of that is tied in as well. But these indictments go from RT, which is Russian television, which is the state-run communications media company in Russia, paying these shell companies all over the world. And the companies are in countries like Hungary, Viktor Orban, gentleman who spent some time with Donald J. Trump, the gentleman who days before a $150 million, $115 million chunk of money is due for E. Jean Carroll, Trump couldn't get it. All of a sudden, Viktor Orban visited, and now he has it. These type things are all connected. We're talking about countries all over the world that are involved in this thing, and payments going from one shell company to another shell company directly into these content creators like Benny Johnson, Tim Pool, Dave Rubin, who also works for the Daily Wire. It ties in Fox Television. It ties in Rupert Murdoch. It ties in all of these. There's a bunch of unnamed co-conspirators that aren't indicted yet, and the investigation is still going. But I'm making my way through these indictments. It's about 34, 35 pages, something along those lines, and I'm connecting all the dots. There's a whole bunch of the, player one, player two, creator one, creator two, person one, person two, that type stuff through all of these pages. So it's all breaking it all down as kind of a nightmare. But that's how these things work. That's why it takes a couple of minutes for a couple of days for people to actually come out and decipher them all. But I am working on that right now. It is something to be paid attention to. This is Russia disinformation. Their missions were, number one, get Donald Trump back in office, defend, villainize Ukraine, the Ukraine invasion, try and turn it, all of that stuff about Ukraine, and also Israel and all of that. So it had campaigns specific to what Russia is doing worldwide, with the main important thing getting Donald Trump back into office. This is real. This is happening right now. This isn't a political witch hunt or any other crap they're going to try and paint it as. We need to pay attention to this because it ties in and answers a lot of questions, a lot of red flags that were brought up everywhere from Fox Television to Elon Musk and Twitter and Donald Trump and some of the batshit crazy things he says in different rallies that no one could really put their finger on why he said it. These indictments make perfect sense on where they all came from. So pay attention, ladies and gentlemen. This will come out. It will be more details coming out soon. And yes, I'll do a follow-up to this video with more as soon as I can. Thank you very much. God bless. Stay diligent, stay educated, be kind. We are all in this together. And this just got really interesting.